Representing Carolinians since 1992. Live from Charlotte, this is WBTV News on your side.
Now on primetime, a live look from Lake Norman. It looks nice out there, especially when you're inside looking through this view. It is warm and muggy after today's storms move through. We're tracking when we will get a break from the heat. And we are following breaking news at 7 o'clock. A motel employee in East Charlotte killed while on the job. Now 2 people are in jail for his murder. And the votes are in. We are crunching the numbers for South Carolina's primary election day. Plus,
their goal is to, steal your information in order to make money.
The IRS has a warning before you submit your next job application. But first, it has been a wet and muggy day across most of our area. If you commuted this morning, you probably had to deal with some of these wet roads on our way to work. Some of the storms, well, they were pretty strong. They actually knocked down power. Several trees, in fact, in Cabarrus County. These are some images that we saw in Concord. Fortunately, everybody is okay tonight. Nobody injured in those limbs falling and trees falling. I'm Maureen O'Boyle. Good to have you with us here at 7 o'clock. I'm in the First Alert Weather Center with meteorologist Jason Myers. I think everywhere you go and everywhere I go, people are asking, when will this heat stop? It just doesn't seem like it's going to end anytime soon.
And not anytime soon. We do have some improvements for the weekend. We'll be talking more about that. Today we hit 90 degrees, and thanks to those storms, it was not as hot today, but it was muggy. So if you were outside, it doesn't feel comfortable to be outside. Again, this weekend we have some improvements with some drier air that's on the way. Today's high 90 degrees, but at times the heat index, the feel like temperature, it reached more of the mid to upper 90s across the local viewing area. Our low temperature 72 degrees. Again, that's all thanks to the rain and storms that we had this morning. Outside right now we're at 86 degrees in Charlotte. We're still at 90 degrees off toward the foothills. We're at 89 from Wadesboro to 88 for Chesterfield. On the dew point scale, we're at 71. That's that tropical air mass that we have over us right now. One of the reasons why it feels so uncomfortable. And it gives us a heat index to feel like temperature. Still makes it feel like it's 101. Up in Burke County, we're at 91 for heat index from Charlotte to 94 for Concord. 95 right now from Wadesboro to 98. Again, that's the feel like temperature. So just because of those muggy conditions, highs tomorrow back into the mid to upper 90s across the Piedmont. Lower 80s more toward Boone. We could even see some stronger storms. We'll talk about the timing of those storms coming up. Maureen?
All right. Thank you, Jason. Back to that breaking news. The people wanted for the murder of a Charlotte motel employee were arrested 3 hours away in Leland. Wbtv Patel was killed Saturday at the Econo Lodge in East Charlotte. This is video our crews got right after the shooting. WBTV's Brandon Hamilton joins us now. He is live in Charlotte. And Brandon, I know you just left the motel. Were you able to learn anything about Mr. Patel, who was killed in this?
Yeah, Maureen, I did just leave there. I stopped by there, but the employees would not comment, saying the owner had told them not to say anything. But within this past hour, I did have a chance to speak with authorities in Brunswick County. Now, these two who are on your screen, 20-year-old Davion Brown and 22-year-old Tasia Williams, were arrested yesterday without incident after being on the run since that shooting on Saturday at the Econo Lodge Motel on Glenwood Drive. That is near I-85. Now, Wbtv Patel was killed and another man was hurt. So these photos you're also seeing were taken by authorities in Leland, where the two were arrested. Multiple law enforcement agencies assisted in that arrest. Brown is charged with the murder of Patel and attempted murder for the second person. Williams is charged with felony aid and abetting a murder, felony accessory after the fact, assault, larceny, and injury to personal property. Now, CMPD says they are working with the Mecklenburg County DA's office to extradite the two back to Charlotte. As of now, a motive is still unknown. Of course, we will keep you updated as this case continues to develop. Reporting live this evening in Charlotte, Brandon Hamilton, WBTV, on your side.
We'll look for you at 11 o'clock, Brandon. Thank you. In Iredell County, a 5-year-old boy and his father were killed when a car hit hit the golf cart they were riding on. It happened last night here on Fort Dobbs Road and Cedar Lake Drive. Michael Shane Marlowe and his son, 5-year-old Brentley, were killed. 4 other family members were seriously hurt. This was the scene last night. Fairview Baptist Church is less than a mile away from Fort Dobbs Road. Many in the congregation know the Marlowe family.
Why this tragedy? Why these things? Why children? The only answer I can give is because of my faith and my trust in Christ. That's what gives me hope. That's what helps me to help others.
We are told the driver, this man, 23-year-old Austin Ray Harmon, was impaired. He's now facing several felony charges. Within the next hour, there will be a vigil to remember Michael and Bentley Marlowe, as well as pray for the other family members. It starts at 8 o'clock at First Presbyterian Church in Statesville. Right now, police in Hickory are looking for 4 teenagers they say shot and killed a man yesterday. Police found 35-year-old Shawneal Blackbird shot to death here at the Blue Ridge Heights Apartments. This is a couple of miles from downtown Hickory. We just received this photo from Blackburn's family. Neighbors tell us he was always around and great around kids.
I've been knowing him for all my life. He's not a bad person. And he out here help the kids. He play with the kids. He do stuff for the kids, buy them ice cream and all that. He's not a bad person.
If you know anything about the case, you're urged to call police. There's the number, 828-328-5551. Polls in South Carolina just closed. Results from this year's primary election day should start rolling in soon. There are several major races we're watching, including the governor's race, U.S. Senate, and congressional races. This election will set the ballot to determine who will face off against each other for the open political seats in November. Our South Carolina reporter Morgan Newell has the latest right now from the York County polls. Morgan?
Yeah, Maureen, we actually saw someone just run into the polling place at 6:57 so she could vote, and she did because the polls were not closed until 7 o'clock. However, they are now closed, and besides a few incorrect addresses, that rain, and of course the heat out here, and a few minor technical difficulties, it was smooth sailing here in York County.
It was a great experience.
Practically empty voting precincts left a big smile on the faces of many voters today.
It was pretty simple. You just go in. It's usually pretty empty around here, especially for the smaller elections.
One noticeable change, the pandemic protocols. Using a Q-tip instead of your finger, and the somewhat spaced out voting machines still around and welcomed. But those lines created 2 years ago were not missed.
We stood outside, spread apart, and it took a long time. I think back then there was probably more sanitizing agents and things around versus now, but everything was pretty much the same.
But a big change that made an impact across the state was early voting. While the voters today didn't take advantage, wanting to wait for the actual election day.
It's just part of the experience, I think.
More than 100,000 South Carolinians did.
Basically, it was just like Election Day for most voters.
York County Elections Director Alan Helms says even with a 2-week bonus time, turnout, especially in the county, has been low. The early voter numbers didn't come close to the traditional way of voting on Election Day. Helms thinks it could be because election boards only had 2 weeks to advertise early voting.
We've seen in other states and other places where early voting is utilized to 70% of the voting. So I'm excited to see the future of it.
Music to this voter's ears. 70% of the votes. That's a lot of voting taking place in the early precincts. Now, WBTV is going to be following all of those local elections and the state ones as well, so you can stick with us. We will have more for you at 11. Reporting live in Fort Mill, Morgan Newell, WBTV, on your side.
Morgan, always great to have you with us on Primetime. New now at 7 o'clock. 200 new jobs are coming to Indian Land. Nutramax Laboratories is building a new facility there. It will will be located on Fort Mill Highway. The company makes nutritional supplement products for people and their pets. Nutramax already has 3 other locations in Lancaster County. If you're interested in one of those new positions, you can find the link to the company's career package and career page on wbtv.com/web extras. And if you are looking for a job, maybe you're ready for a change, we're on your side tonight to make sure you do not get scammed on top of it. WBTV's Maddie Gardner joins us now live in studio. And it seems like, Maddie, that scammers just never stop. They're everywhere.
They really are, Maureen, and every time we report on a scam like this, I get so frustrated, but maybe this information will help you. Now those scammers are targeting people who are looking for jobs. Both the IRS and the FBI, they're warning that these scammers are promising you a new career, but all they really want is your personal information and your money.
Their goal is to make money. I mean, their goal is to, steal your information in order to make money.
Job hunting can be stressful enough. And when the position you're vying for turns out to be a scam, it could be more than an inconvenience, and it could cost you. Between the Great Resignation and layoffs during the pandemic, a lot of people are looking for new career opportunities. It's making it easier for scammers.
The scammer reaches out to them and basically starts asking them, for information and tells them about a job that they have, which is normally too good to be true.
The Better Business Bureau says they've had several recent reports of people falling victim to employment scams, from fake job postings to spoofed emails. The scammers entice their victims to share personal information.
Hourly rate is a lot more than most people will see, and so they kind of like that, and then next thing you know, they're asking for personal identifiable information, and they're giving them their social security number. They're giving them all kinds of information about them instead of asking questions that they should be asking about the business.
A viewer shared an email they recently received from someone claiming to be a job recruiter. Employment experts say it's a common scheme, and several red flags stand out. I think your experience would align well with our account strategist position. Would you be open to the opportunity if it's the right fit? The salary is $125,000. I attached the job description for more details, and if you would like to be considered, please fill out this candidate profile so I can share your info with our hiring team.
Particularly if experience isn't required or the salary seems out of line with the experience required. Those things individually might not be a red flag, but altogether, having no requirements or no experience needed, a high salary, work from home, not a local employer, those things certainly should be taken as a red flag.
Yeah, a couple of things in that email just aren't adding up. There are some precautions that you can take to make sure you're protected. You want to verify the employer and the recruiter. And we talked about some of those red flags. Be cautious if someone asks for your social security number during the application process. And remember, you should never have to pay to get a job. Certainly some things to keep in mind for people looking for work, Maureen.
All right, Maddie, thank you so much. Next here on Prime Time.
Kids need us, and we're always their safe place.
It's been a tough year for teachers, but it is not stopping some college students in South Carolina from hoping to be in the classroom. What is motivating them to become educators? And Sojourner Truth, you probably recognize the name. The former slave made history as a women's rights pioneer. Tonight we're getting new insight into another chapter of her legacy that was tucked away in a